the Bannockburn Memorial. The magnificent statue of Robert the Bruce, proudly sitting on his horse, surveying the land where his most famous battle occurred in 1314. But that's not the memorial we're going to look at today. Instead, our story is located several miles away from Robert the Bruce, in the centre of the village of Bannockburn, where the memorial for the First and Second World Wars is situated. This is no ordinary memorial though. This is the story of the memorial which was hated by the local people. When the Great War broke out 700 years after Bruce's famous victory, the village of Bannockburn on the outskirts of Stirling rallied to the cause. A rush to the colours was described in the local newspapers, and lists of those who had left peacetime occupations, many of them miners from local pits, and signed up for war, were printed. Bannockburn, like all communities in Scotland, suffered its share of loss, including John Wark and Robert Norrie, who had been named in that original article in 1914. Discussion on how the dead should be remembered began as early as December 1918, but it would not be until October 1921 when the memorial was unveiled. Doing the honours was Captain Ian Bolton of West Plain, who is deserving of a little of our attention. Captain Bolton had been invalided out of the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders after being wounded in 1915. Subsequently only able to walk with the assistance of crutches, he nevertheless took an active involvement in the Boy Scout movement, being named the Father of Scouting in Stirlingshire. A former Lord Lieutenant of Stirlingshire, he was subsequently knighted for his services to Scouting. The description of the memorial at that time states it was a Highland soldier in full service uniform, standing on a pedestal. But that's not what we can see today, so why has it changed? The story goes quiet for several years. Finding out more about the Great War Memorial is difficult, as you inevitably find the statue of the Bruce more commonly mentioned. A short article in the Stirling Observer newspaper from 1939 refers to the memorial being cleaned and retouched. What's more interesting though is the comment that it may not be the most beautiful piece of architecture of its type. Further mention along those lines comes in the middle of another war in 1941, when in a letter to the Observer complaining about a faulty air raid siren, the writer declares that the 1418 memorial is a monstrosity, a memorial nay, rather an insult to the men of the village who had given their lives that we might live. Public opinion was seemingly quite divided on the memorial. Further comment came at the end of the Second World War, when an anonymous comment was published in the Stirling Observer. Referring to the current memorial as hideous, and again stating it was an insult to those who paid the supreme sacrifice, it suggested that something be done. What the something was, the writer did not say. By 1948, things had come to a head. It was reported in the Dundee Courier that the memorial was to be relocated from its original location next to the town hall to a new location in the local park. It was also commented that the original design had so offended some families after the Great War that they had refused to allow the names of their fallen to be placed on it. With perhaps that in mind, when it came to relocation, in addition to adding the names of the fallen from the Second World War, it was also decided that the memorial would be substantially redesigned, removing the unpopular Highland soldier and replacing it with a simpler obelisk. The new memorial was unveiled in 1950, with Ian Bolton, now Sir Ian, doing the honours once again. But what did this soldier figure actually look like? Well, given its unpopularity, it's no surprise that images of it are hard to find, but we did manage to locate one such image. So here, in all its glory, is the soldier statue that apparently caused such disgust among the locals. So, does it look that bad? To our eyes, it looks not dissimilar from other memorials located in Scotland, such as this one in Aberdeenshire, and this one at Ballachulish near Glencoe. It also looks very similar to non-kilted soldiers such as this one at Kirkfield Bank near the town of Lanark. What we should remember though is that it's not important what we think of the memorial as it used to be or as it is now. The important point is that the villagers of Bannockburn obviously felt strongly about it, and how a community commemorates its war dead is important to that community. The choice they made at the time of the original unveiling was not one which stood the test of time. While the redesign is simpler, it has lasted much longer than the original, and serves as a fitting memorial to all those who gave their lives. Hello everyone, and thanks for watching. We'd love to know what you think of the original memorial. Is the obelisk replacement an improvement or not? Do you have other photos of the original soldier figure which shows it more clearly? Please comment below what you think of the memorial and of this video. Let us know what other memorials you'd like us to feature in our channel. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, and as always, please subscribe to our channel to be kept up to date on our new videos. Bye for now.